Joe Burrow back at practice, no contract. And I guess from what I'm told, somebody who covers the Bengals said there's no correlation between Joe Burrow sitting out this long and the fact that he doesn't have a contract. Justin Herbert just got his contract. Can you say, if you're Joe Burrow's agent, I want 2% more than Justin Herbert? Can you do that? 2%? I don't know what 2% more of Justin Herbert's contract, but it's a lot. Now, what if Joe Burrow said, you know what? I'm going to bet on myself. We are in the bet on yourself era of sports. Aaron Judge did, by the way. But betting on yourself, and then you win your division, maybe if you go to another Super Bowl. Yes, Eden.
2% of Justin Herbert, I have him getting a $262.5 million contract.
Yep.
According to my mathematics, which may be flawed, that's never a strong sentence,
Okay.
is $5.25 million.
Oh, he needs more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He needs more.
I'm going to go ahead and say he needs.
Yeah. Give him $10 million more. Give him maybe $1 million more a year than Justin Herbert. But I was told that Burrow has been sitting out. He's expected to play in week 1, but with the calf injury, now he's coming back to practice. But nothing to see here, from what I'm told, about Joe Burrow and the contract situation. It is the Bengals, and that's why you always have to factor that in. Other teams, you might go, yeah, they'll eventually get this done. I'm not quite sure with the Bengals. I hope they do, because they have their window. Their window is right now. But you got the AFC. Even your own division is difficult, because the Ravens are going to be a Super Bowl caliber team. I truly believe that this year. Yes, Marv.
In 10 years, there's going to be a couple of really, really good quarterbacks where you're going to say, man, they never won the big one, or they never got even to the AFC title game. But then in retrospect, you'll look at it and say, man, look at all the teams that were good for this 3 or 4 year stretch, where there's easily 11 teams out of the AFC that can go to the Super Bowl.
Well, wait a minute here. Let's count them. Let's count them down here, Marvin.
All right, go ahead.
No, you count them down. You tell me you're 11.
The Chefs, Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, that's 1.
Bills.
2.
Dolphins.
You
To
sure?
the Super Bowl.
Can go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ravens.
Okay.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Chargers. Can get.
Well, okay. Can. What's the likely? There's a lot of teams that can, but the likelihood.
Well, that's what I said. I said can go.
How about
Well, I thought you were talking about something that like had a declarative statement there, like can go.
Yeah, like legit. It won't be a surprise to me. Like,
the Chargers would be a surprise because they're the Chargers.
Oh, it might be just the Chargers, not the talent they have, just the organization.
Okay, who else you got?
All right, maybe I stopped at like 7.
Can Jacksonville go?
My MVP, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Maybe.
You didn't put the Jets in there. Okay.
Oh, that's my first team. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Jets. I'm sorry.
Okay. Are we up to 11 yet?
the Steelers were 9-8 last year?
That would be surprising to me.
Okay.
If this, all right, maybe I'll stop there. Not the Browns.
No.
Not the Texans.
I think we got
I think that's it.
9 or 10. 9?
Yeah, I think 9.
I mean, you stretched a little bit. Feels like you should have stopped at 7. Like 7 teams out of the AFC could go to the Super Bowl.
That's still a good chunk of teams that.
How many teams in the NFC can go, according to your definition? Can go.
The Eagles.
Now, how many?
Oh, like 3, 4.
So the Eagles, Eagles and the Niners, and that's it? Are you going to say the Cowboys?
Nope.
They can go.
They can, but nope. I'm not even going to mention them.
Wait a minute. I have more confidence in the Cowboys than I do the Chargers.
No, because I just don't want to mention the Cowboys.
Oh, well, you can. I mean, we're not doing
afraid of a ratings bonanza.
Yeah, we're not. We're not.
Well, if LeBron went to.
Yeah.
LeBron played tight end.
Yeah.
Okay, NFC North. Can you picture a team from the NFC North ending up in the Super Bowl?
No.
Not the Lions?
No.
And they're the favorites.
Yes.
Okay, can you picture a team in the NFC South being in the Super Bowl?
No.
That's the right answer, by the way. Correct.
Thank you.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Tampa, Carolina, Saints, Falcons.
No.
Vikings, Lions, Packers, Bears.
No.
2 divisions.
No.
The NFC West, Niners? Sure.
Yeah.
Seahawks were 9-8 last year.
No, I'm going to say no.
Rams.
No.
Cardinals just for the laugh.
Maybe. Maybe.
You don't want to pile on like everybody else.
Yeah. Yes, Todd.
I know we'd have to look at everybody's contract status and who's got how many years left on their deal, but which team is under more pressure to get something done sooner than later as far as the Bengals and Bills in terms of winning the Super Bowl?
So you're talking about contracts, those guys who are under
with their current rosters and Burrow and Allen, which team should feel more angst? Like, we better, if we're going to win the Super Bowl, it's got to happen sooner than later.
It feels like it's this year for Buffalo. We've been waiting for the last 2 years, maybe 3 years, and I just didn't think they were a well-rounded team. And I wonder, is their coach coaching for his job? Does Diggs, want to be? Is he going to be there after this year? We keep waiting for the Josh Allen moment there, sort of like we're waiting for Luka Doncic to win the MVP. Might not happen. Yes, Seton.
If there was a sort of, for lack of a better phrase, bleep or get off the pot moment for a quarterback, is that Josh Allen or Justin Herbert this year? Justin Herbert is still ranked among of the best quarterbacks. He gets the big deal. You get everybody. Oh, if I'm starting my team, there are people who are absolutely taking him first.
He just has to make the playoffs and win a game. I mean, that would be beneficial for him. I think
there's a lot of hype surrounding him for a fella who's never done that.
Well, he just got that contract, so he's the highest paid player in the NFL. I think with Josh Allen, his expectation level is a lot different than Justin Herbert. He's got to get to the Super Bowl. We're just asking Justin Herbert win a playoff game. And Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl. Mahomes doesn't have to prove anything. Jalen Hurts, does Jalen Hurts get a hall pass this year? What if he doesn't get to the Super Bowl? What if they don't win their division? Who else would be on there? We're waiting for them. Lamar Jackson, it's kind of a big deal with what happened with his contract. You got weapons. You got a new offensive coordinator. That team feels dangerous, though, in a good way. It does. Yes, Marv.
The Bills feel like one of those teams where if they don't succeed this year, they get a real big-time coach, like a big name, a la Lincoln Riley. Not Lincoln Riley, but somebody on that level where it's like this team is primed. They're ready now. And if Sean McDermott can't take them to the promised land.
Lincoln's not moving from
No, I'm not. I'm just saying out like in that
if
same
I'm
vein.
Lincoln Riley,
Hell
Southern
no.
California.
Never.
I had somebody with the Chargers say, you guys were speculating on Brandon Staley, and just know this. Look at the offensive coordinator who's in the building. Because I was thinking, would Lincoln Riley jump to the NFL, when Caleb Williams leaves? Or let's say it's a package deal. Let's say Washington, Arizona just hired a new coach, so he wouldn't be going there. But let's say Washington had the number one pick. Could you see, Lincoln Riley going to Washington with Caleb Williams? I could see that, but I was told Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator with the Chargers. If something happened with Brandon Staley and he was fired, and I do think he's on the hot seat this year, then Kellen Moore would be the guy. Yes, Marvin.
That's the only place I can see Lincoln Riley going NFL-wise is to the Chargers.
Okay.
Leaving L.A., I'm sure his wife and his kids, man, we just got here. Buffalo.
Imagine breaking that one to the family.
Well, plus the money aspect is I don't know what USC is paying, but they, although we don't talk too much about what coaches make in the NFL, because Belichick, that's always been a secret, but I think it's like $15 million.
Like an offshore account situation.
Sean Payton, what did it take to bring him out of retirement there? $15 million?
Wire transfer to a Bermuda.
John Gruden's contract. We did know that, right, Marv? That was a big deal.
Yep, all that money for what?
Yeah, exactly. $100 million. $100 million.